kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master? You say,
What is up, guys? Showing up the King here, back with another toy review, and today I'm bringing you my review for the ZD Toys Marvel Studios Iron Man Mark 1 and the luxury version of the Avengers Infinity War Mark L from Iron Man. Again, these ZD Toys have been burning it up, and I got my hands on these finally. They ship from overseas, so I will be doing my review today. And honestly, I'll be doing a lot of reviews, so if you guys are, make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Make sure bell notifications are on. Also, you guys can follow me on TikTok at Showing Up the King. I do a lot of cool uploads on there as well. And you can also follow me on my Instagram at Mag Nerd Podcast. All right. So with the shameless plugs out of the way, let us get into this review. So let's go ahead and start with Iron Man Mark 1. You guys can see here, we have that same typical box art design from ZD Toys. You can see here on the back some of the items and some of the positions that he comes with. And we already know that these ZD Toys usually are on a 7-inch scale. This is the Mark 1, and then we have the Mark L, which is actually very interesting because I have multiple versions of this figure. Like, this is my favorite Iron Man suit from the MCU, hands down. And I have many iterations of this from different companies. I have Marvel Legend version. I have SH Figure Arts versions. Again, I have multiple versions of this suit. And I actually have a weapons pack that I got custom made before they started doing this. And yeah, I actually had the Hot Toys version of this as well. That's how much I love this suit. So yeah, so you can see here on the back all the things that it comes with. This is probably like the biggest release that ZD Toys has had. So again, you know, this thing looks awesome. All right, so we've seen the front and back, so let's get these things open. All right, so we have the wrappings off. Let's go ahead and get these things open. Again, with ZD Toys, you gotta, when you order things from like overseas, sometimes you get a little bit of damage. And again, I didn't get any damage to the figure, but the box, you can see here, has been dented just ever so slightly. It's not a big deal. Not to me. I'm not an inbox collector, so it's not a big deal, but I like to always point it out. I think before, if you guys watch my live box opening, I had ordered like 3 or 4 ZD Toy Iron Mans with the actual Hall of Armor, and like 90% of the boxes were damaged. Nothing on the inside was damaged, but again, it's just something you have to deal with sometimes. Not a big deal. So as long as the figure is intact. So this is like my favorite part about ZD Toys, is I love how their boxes open, like this little magnetic tab, and it shows like the inside, and then you drop it and boom, you have the figure. Let's go ahead and get the plastic out. There's some accessories here, as you can see. Put that down for right now. Alright, and here we go. Out of the packaging. I like it. I like it. Now, the reason why I like it is I love the fact that they did not try to make it look clean. Like, you know, when he was stuck in that mountain in the desert, he scrapped this thing together from old parts, and it was dirty. It was very rough and rugged, and I would have been upset if they didn't reflect that in this suit, and it actually does. You can actually see the dirt on the feet even, and on the arms you can see like the little leather parts. I mean, this thing is pretty cool. Again, you gotta be careful because it looks like some of these parts are stiff. Should probably put a heat to it just so that we don't have any issues. Because this arm can move pretty well, but the other one is a bit stiff. So we'll take a look at that. All right, so we'll set them down here. Let's take a look at these accessories. All right, so I've gone ahead and put the accessories here on the side. Again, let's go ahead and get this thing assembled. Now, there are no light features for this one. You do know how there are certain Z toy figures that do come with light up features. This one does not. Again, it really doesn't have to. Again, this is just basically a rough base model of the first Iron Man suit. And again, we just really want you guys to take a look at it because, again, they put so much intricate details. Like even on the back, you can kind of see here like little dent marks in the metal. Now this is plastic, obviously, but again, it looks weathered. It looks broken. It looks imperfect. And that's exactly what you would want from this. Now, as far as like articulation is concerned, it does have a decent amount of articulation. I'm still having issues with this arm, with this left arm, with the up and down, but it does rotate back and forth like so, and the arm does bend here at the elbow. This one does have a little bit more free range where it can go up and down like so. Again, a bend at the elbow. I'm not having any real issues with that. The head itself can move left to right. Not a lot of up and down, but again, this is the Mark 1. We're not really expecting it to do magic. And again, there is a little bit of, there's no waist swivel, and there is no ab crunch. Like this thing does not move in the middle. And then while we're here, he also has this backpack, as you can see here. Sorry. He has this backpack, and you just pop it on. Let's see. Like so. Yeah, like this. Looks like that's how it works. Like that. I guess they took it off so it would fit better in the box. It's kind of cool. Even that has like multicolored detail. Like this thing is pretty amazing. And then the last gimmick that we have are the flamethrowers. As you can see here, these are some really nice flamethrower effects. ZD Toys always does a good job. And as you can see here, it just has a port where you would slip it on. And on this one, you have another port where it looks like it's different. So they fit on different parts. So I'm assuming that this one goes over here. 1 second. All right, so we have the blast effects on for the Mark 1. And as you can see, I have finally managed to get this arm loose enough so that it moves on its own independently, which is awesome. Again, you still don't get like a great range of motion. But again, for the Mark 1, it is not a big deal because this thing was not meant for mobility. It was mostly made for destruction and escape. So again, as you can see here, we have the flamethrowers attached. They look amazing. This one looks amazing. So this is the Mark 1. I will go ahead and pause for the cause, and we'll bring out the Mark L. All right, so we're back here with the Infinity War Mark L. Let's go ahead and get this open. Again, same way, has a little metal tab here that you can use to open it, and voila. Look at that. Looks amazing. Lay this down. Oh, and he has an entire second layer of, wow, look at the size of that shield. That thing looks, you know what? This looks like a mini Hot Toys. It really does. It looks like a mini Hot Toys. That is amazing. That is absolutely incredible. Guys, I mean, this thing is absolutely incredible. Let me tell you, like, ZD Toys is killing it. Like, I'm just shocked at how nice and how premium this feels at the cost. Okay, like, look at this thing. This thing looks amazing. This thing has the quality of an SH Figure Arts or a Hot Toys for like a third of the cost. Like, look at this. It looks like it's die cast, but it's not. I mean, look at the colors. Oh my God, this is just a toygasm. Again, the Mark 1 was nice, and I should have known. Again, like, just dealing with the other ZD toy figures that I have, and if this one ever comes out with a light up feature, I'm definitely going to get it. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. And as you can see here on the back, it's open for accessories, and you can just kind of, in the interim, pop this on, I believe. Or not. we'll figure that out. I'm just like, yeah. Let's go ahead and get the articulation out of the way, because this thing actually does have a significant amount of articulation. So here at the waist, you get this kind of swivel going on. The head, you can look down. Not a lot of left to right. The arm, full movement. Even with the joints, you can get full T-spreads. Double jointed elbows. And with this, it's a must, because again, he has so many accessories. The knees, they can kind of come out about this way. Double jointed knees. They can kind of pull out here a little bit, so you can get them to come up a little bit more. But again, this is an Iron Man suit, so don't expect it to be like Spider-Man level of articulation. Toes. Looks like they have a hinge. Okay, so no toe hinge, but we do get ankle pivot. I mean, this thing is an amazing, amazing figure. All right, so I'm gonna sit him back here for a second so we can look at these accessories. All right, so first we have his gauntlet blades. You can see here, they look really nice. And I will bring in the other ones that I had custom made. They're not on the same scale, but you can see the difference between the two. I'll do that towards the end of the video. But as you can see here, we have 2 Glaive blades. They look identical, so I don't need to show you each one. And we have 2 blaster hands. And again, they do have this like scuff on it, like a little bit of like dirt, but you can kind of like clean that off. But again, it looks good. It looks really good. And he also comes with the hand blade. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the blade that he used to try to stab Thanos. And then I think it like Thanos turned it back on him and it like broke off. Here is the sword, as you can see here. And again, very good attention to detail. Premium paint. And we have the shield. Again, that like ruby quartz looking. It's got like straps here on the back and a spot to put it on. Amazing. All right, we also have a second set of accessories, as you can see here. Also, excuse me, I was able to get the back piece on as well. It was just a little simple matter of clicking it on to the back. So then here we have the completed Iron Man, just so you guys can see that I was able to get that on for you. All right, so he also comes with another shield, and look at the size of that shield. Full body shield, looks amazing. Here's how it looks on the back. And again, I'll show you guys how to put that on momentarily. And then he has his in-space flight jetpack. And you can see here it says Mark 50. And again, you can just kind of see the bits and pieces from that as well. And then we have hand pieces, and I'll go a little bit of a mobile for that so you guys can see multiple hands and such. All right, so let's see how these accessories fit on. So let's go ahead and switch the back out, and it should be as simple as finding a groove and popping it out. Just be careful, you don't want to do anything too risky. And I recently cut my nails. All right, so I just want to show you guys how I did it. So you bend them forward, get a thumb up under there, and pop it out. And then you can kind of switch in, same way. Find a groove points. And this works just like the Hot Toys one. It just slots right in, as you can see here. And then for the arm, you just tug away like so. That pops off, and then you can just replace it with whichever one you want. So if we want to do that, this is actually for, it says R here, so this is apparently for the right. And let's go ahead and do the blaster. So you can see here, this is clear to the left arm, but I think these are independent. It doesn't matter which arm you put them on. And then you just slide it in like so. And just for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and kit these up on off camera and then bring them back on so you guys can see it quicker. I'm not trying to have like a 40-minute video. So as you can see here, we have the blasters on. I went on ahead and I put it back on the regular backpack because one thing I will say that's probably a negative is that the wing set that fits on here does not stay secure. So as I was putting on the other pieces, it kept falling off. So I just took it off and just put this one back on. And in all honesty, Iron Man can fly without the thing. But again, that's just one small negative. But again, even as you can see here, he can still kind of like hold his arms out and still look left to right, things like that, and still have like straight arms as well. So you can kind of see he can still blast and still have full range of motion with the accessories. So these are the blasters. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so here we have setup number 2, which are the blade glaives. And as you can see, it just required me to pop his regular hands on and pop on his gripping hands, and then he just holds on to them like so. Again, you still have full range of motion. You can still kind of do really cool poses, you know, the cross look. And it's also pretty cool too because again, he still holds the pose no matter what. They hold very well. Again, like so. The articulation on this thing is incredible. You guys got to buy this one, straight up. All right, let's go to the next combination. All right, next combination we have here is the shield and sword. And as you can see here, they even included like a translucent blue handle that you can put on here to hold, or you can kind of like fit his arm through there as well. But I just decided to go with the other version. And again, it does not hurt mobility whatsoever. So you can even kind of have him do like the Iron Man poses and still have full range of motion. Incredible. And finally, you can see we have him in the full generic like shield, like full body shield pose. And again, it works the same properties where you can just put the little nano piece in and you can kind of use it as a full body shield. Again, let your imagination run wild. All right, so what's next is I'm going to bring in some other pieces from the line. I'll quickly show you some comparisons of the accessories versus the other ones that I have, and we'll get into final thoughts. All right, let's talk size comparisons. So I have everything in front of me. I had to go dig it out. First, we have our Iron Man Mark. Let's bring in Mark II. As you can see here, also from ZD Toys. Then we have Mark III. Then we have him. And then we have him. So here are all of my ZD Toy Iron Man figures. And they all look amazing. All look amazing. But then we also have this Tech On Iron Man that I can bring in. So we can show him next to ZD Toys. Obviously they're not on the same scale, but you guys can see how that looks. And then we can move him out and bring in a Marvel Legends Iron Man modular. Take him out and bring in Amazing Yamaguchi, a Yamaguchi Iron Man. There you have it. And as promised, I said I would bring in some of the custom ones that I have for my 6-inch scale and compare them. So for instance, here's the shield. Now as you can see here, these are just basic white, while this one has like that translucent blue. This one is actually curved, while this one is flat. So there's a lot more detail in the 6-inch scale one than the 7-inch scale one for this particular piece. Also, we have the flight. This is a 6-inch scale flight one versus the one we have here for the 7-inch scale. And as you can see, they typically look about the same quality-wise. I'd say this one probably has a little bit more quality, the one for ZD Toys on this particular one. Take that out. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, let's look at the hand blaster. That's the one that everybody likes to look at. So here's a hand blaster for the 6-inch scale one. And here's the one from ZD Toys. And again, you can kind of clearly see the difference. Like this one actually has like the pulsating beam effect on the inside, while this one is just plain. So they both look good, but then again, this is a third-party studio one that's not affiliated with like anything with Marvel, but they still look good. All right, so final thoughts on this Mark L and Mark I. They are both hits. Again, I have no complaints about the Mark I or the Mark L. They are very, very good, as expected from ZD Toys. Again, I would definitely give this one a 9 out of 10. I would also give this one a 9 out of 10. Again, just strictly on the fact of what it was supposed to represent. It nailed it. The only two things that I would have liked to have seen is the LED feature in both. But again, if I know ZD Toys, they will come out with one eventually. But let me know what you guys think. Comment in the section below. Thumbs up the video. And special thanks to anybody who made it all the way to the end. I know this was a long video. I do appreciate you guys and your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.